Okay, and as the music fades out, I welcome you all to Geek Battle here on the Extreme Improv Xstreamed YouTube channel, as well as the Geek Battle YouTube channel. Make sure you smash that subscribe button and welcome to the show. So, guys, tonight we're going to be having all kinds of fun and games. It's time to get freaky. It is time to get geeky. It is a Freaky Friday indeed. Hello everyone. Now we're going to begin with our introductions round, where we are going to give a random geek trivia fact, and we're going to also introduce ourselves, starting with Dave MC. Say hello to the people.
Hello to the people, I'm Dave MC, coming to you from Paris, France, and I have a geek fact about Star Wars, of course. So we know Darth Vader is somewhat of an unstoppable tank when no one's really beaten him in battle. Even Boba Fett could not beat him in a fight. But Grand Moff Tarkin was the only person to come close to defeating Darth Vader. Vader challenged him to a fight in which Tarkin hired 10 bounty hunters who all died, and Tarkin hunted him on a planet and made Darth Vader be electrocuted by lightning, which is his weakness, and he almost killed him.
There you go. Cap, did you want to say something on that?
Yes, what about Starkiller?
Starkiller's no longer canon.
Yeah.
But he still beat him.
Isn't the guy that's Starkiller also now Darth Maul?
Yeah.
And
but
he
he's also the Emperor. Yeah,
and he was also in like Smallville. He was Doomsday, right? So that guy has got so many, geek credits to his name. I forget the actors.
Henry Cavill, then.
Well, yeah, he's racking them up as well. Speaking, hang on, wait a minute. Sorry, Cap, it wasn't even you, but Dave, you have now activated the Henry Cavill of the week reference. You know, it's happened. It was you that did it.
What have I done?
Yeah, there you go. It's happened. So.
What's going on?
Yeah, sorry about that, Dave. That is the secret word of the week every week. So you activated the Henry Cavill trigger. Now, let's have a look here. How the hell do I get rid of this? So, audience, if you're just listening to this show, yeah, no, but that's on the background layer. I've just left it there now. Right, so we're going to work out who is this week's Geek of the Week, and as well as Dave, we have Gerald. Say hello to the people and give us a random geek trivia fact.
Hello, everybody. Mine is Star Wars related as well, but completely unrelated to Dave's. So, the sound of the Millennium Falcon's engines was a combination of 3 different things: a revving car engine, a human voice, and a cat purring.
Wow. That is definitely worth... if you can name what the cat's name is, you get an extra point.
George.
I think, yeah, George. That sounds right.
It would be, actually. That makes sense. Okay. Andy, say hello to the people. Give us a random geek trivia fact.
What's up, geek people? Speaking from New York City, I guess the geek fact I have is not Star Wars related. I did watch the movie today, Barbie. I guess it's not fair to talk about it without any real ladies around. Don't want to go inside in people's inners, but I'm just saying in general, I didn't care for it. I was like, wow, for somebody I actually value their opinion. She was female, but she was telling me how much she liked it and all. I'm like, okay, gotta watch this. I'm like, what the heck? I mean, it's okay, but I think it's very corny, even if you're a girl.
I think that's why we have Transformers. We have our Michael Bay, and they have their own Barbie stuff.
An action man.
Yeah.
I would say no to Barbie, but again, I'm a guy, but it was way later than I expected. Well, it was.
Yeah. You saying you wouldn't say no to Barbie?
I would say no, don't watch it.
Oh, okay, I thought you meant in a different sense. I was like, that's Margot Robbie, you know, right? Right, so anyway, Capel Dave, say hello to the people.
What's up, dog? like sailing from the land of leopards, elephants, and crocodiles, and Destiny's Maleficent, apparently? I didn't know what background did I put on. Okay, I'll do a fact on Maleficent. So, in the 2000s, there was a series called The Descendants, and apparently Maleficent has a child called Mal, which is probably short for Maleficent. But here's the thing. The father of the child is Hades. So Hades and Maleficent hooked up.
Yeah. Which is the most terrifying sight since we had Skeletor and Evelyn about to literally bone on the Masters of the Universe Revelation show. Okay, Cap, I'm going to give you a bonus point there. So, guys, we're going to play some games tonight. We're going to have some fun. It's a Friday, but there are some things to react to. So, first of all, let me just check in the room. You may have seen the title of this episode, and it is based entirely on what I've seen. But Loki Season 2 has begun, and there is the spin-off. I don't even know when this started. It may have just started, but I've been catching up on the Boys spin-off, Gen V, or whatever it's called. Has anyone seen either of these two shows?
I literally just found out about the Loki Season 2 today.
It literally came out today.
Yeah, because he was in Disneyland Park. Actually, he was out there today.
What? Hang on, wait. Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. And
yeah, it was totally him.
Oh, so it was you, wasn't it? You were dressed in your Loki pajamas. Okay, well, it might have been.
I'll save that for later.
Okay. Okay, so has anyone here seen Loki Season 2 yet? Okay, I will give my non-spoiler view on it straight off. Guys, so far, so good. It's worth watching. It's like the curse is broken. Loki has returned. He's a character people know and love. And it was okay. It wasn't outstanding. I wasn't like, guys, you've got to see this, but it was good. I liked it. You can't help but like Owen Wilson, so these are a good combination. So wow, exactly. You just got to enjoy some Owen Wilson. So far so good. And like I said, it wasn't mind-blowing, but Disney Marvel shows never are in their first episode. They kind of just like ease you into it. So we're probably going to wait until like the finale to find out who the villain is. But go on, Cap.
So for my home, I had a lot of problems with the Loki show, but my main disappointment was in season 1, is that when Owen Wilson came to the junkyard realm to fetch Loki, he drove in a funny car, but I was expecting that he would drive from a Lightning McQueen, who was technically going to ride Lightning McQueen to the scene. I thought about it, and then a lot of people thought about it and created a meme, and I was expecting, Disney, why couldn't you do it? You had every right to do it. Why didn't you?
I just wanted him to be on a horseback. I want some of that Shanghai Noon stuff going on. I just wanted Jackie Chan to turn up, they're riding together again. That would have made me happy.
For your Lightning McQueen, would Vince Vaughn turn up to make the noise of the car? That's a Wedding Crashers reference for those who get
okay. Yeah, I've never really been on the Vince Vaughn bandwagon. Like, he played like an inferior version of Norman Bates in the remake of Psycho, and I know that wasn't a comedy, but like I can't think of a single film that I've seen Vince Vaughn. Like, maybe there was that Freaky Friday thing where he turns into a girl. That wasn't bad. But other than that, I don't think I like Vince Vaughn in anything.
Red Claws?
No, that's not how you're going to win me over, Fred Claus.
My favorite of him is Old School.
Do you know, I don't know if I've ever watched it. So this might be my fault.
Comedy, but
yeah,
it's sort of a dumb comedy, but and he was pretty good in I can't remember the name of it now. His first big one, which was where what's the guy that does Mandalorian and a bunch of other stuff? The director. They're both in that movie. I have to look it up now because it's going to drive me nuts.
Who was the director of Mandalorian called? Because he also directed
Favreau.
Jon Favreau, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a fair point. Okay, so guys, what's that, Cap?
Dodgeball? Is that the film?
No. He was okay with that. He was.
Oh yeah, he was in that. I didn't mind Dodgeball, but there was like this era of films that just weren't quite. There's something about Mary, but they were going for that tone.
Swingers. That's the one.
If you say so. Right.
Yeah.
Now, guys, has there anyone here? If you haven't seen Loki yet, is anyone here planning to or not planning to see Loki season 2?
Planning to see
I'll see it.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I think it's worth seeing. Like, there's been some of these.
I'll wait for your full review, David, and then I'll decide.
Well, there's going to be a few weeks away, so I'm hoping, just because of the nature of like the Loki show, that we're going to get some variants. They need to start getting onto this multiverse thing properly at some point. So, you know, I want a few of the X-Men to turn up. Just give me, I don't know, give me like Rogue turning up. Give me Kelsey Grammer. Just, you know, yeah, exactly. Just a few. Like, give me Nicholas Hammond's Spider-Man. I just want something. You know.
I mean, if they can do it in Spider-Verse, why can't they do it with Loki?
Yeah.
See,
They're actually lying, and here they're not.
They always say you have to be careful of what you wish for. Just kind of, David said automatically he's wishing for, you know, what's his name? The guy that played Frasier. And he's actually coming out with the third Frasier that's coming in a couple weeks, so you got what you wished for. You see, you didn't wish it in the right manner. There you go, David.
I'm not going to lie. I'm really excited for the new Frasier, mostly because it'll be interesting if any of you guys know who this is. Dave, I expect you will, but Rodney from Only Fools and Horses is going to be in the new Frasier show. Do you guys know Only Fools and Horses at all? Yeah. Okay. Anyone? Andy, Gerald, do you know Only Fools and Horses in the States? Oh my god! It was the show that over and over again is voted the best sitcom of all time. It's a British show, so obviously you'll say Seinfeld or whatever.
What is it called, though? What is it?
Better than Blackadder.
Only Fools and Horses.
Fools or foals?
Fools, like Fool's Errand. Fools. Oh my god, okay, so I need to bring up...
It's what I call you guys when you're off the air.
Yeah.
Fools.
Only Fools and Horses, the greatest sitcom of all time. Let's bring up some of the magic here, just so you can see. So here we go. Like, what more do you want? So it's about two brothers. So in the middle here we have David Jason, and he plays Del Boy Trotter. And this is Nicholas Lyndhurst, who plays his brother, who's 13 years younger, Rodney. And they live with their granddad. Their dad ran out on them. Their mother passed away. And they illegally sell things to members of the public on a market. That's the premise of the show. And it's genuinely, like, for me, like, it's one of my favourite shows of all time.
How can this be better than Blackadder?
Because Blackadder is shit. I never liked Blackadder.
Watch an episode of it, Cap. Just any episode of it.
Yeah.
I don't care what one it is. Just watch one and you'll understand why it's so funny.
Yeah, like...
I'm definitely going to check it out.
And they've made a musical of it and stuff like this, you know.
I know, I missed it.
Oh my god, it's so good. The musical is so good. Now, this is no real spoiler. It's a minor spoiler, but you'll understand it. So, just to clue the rest of you guys in. So, this is the actor who played the character Grandad. He passed away in real life as they were making Series 3. Series 4. So, he didn't appear in it. So, they introduced his character's brother, Uncle Albert. And Uncle Albert was like a sea captain. And the idea is that every ship he was ever on sank. Now, when they did the musical, it starts off with Grandad, and they don't suddenly kill off the character halfway through. So Grandad survives, and you're like, as you're watching it, you're like, oh, so is there no Uncle Albert? And at a certain point, Uncle Albert shows up, and again, this is no real spoiler because if you see the soundtrack on the actual show, they actually had a song. One of the episodes. They wrote a song for the end credits where it's like, behave yourself, Uncle Albert. So they had to bring in Uncle Albert just so they could do that song. But anyway, Only Fools and Horses is one of the best shows. And it's got some of the funniest moments, you know. Look, Only Fools and Horses. I'm going to find the clip and then I'm going to get demonetized again. Just because I'm going to have to play it without sound. But you'll know what I can add in the soundtrack. So...
We'll be the laugh track.
Okay, yeah. Okay, it's come up straight away on YouTube. It knows what this clip is. Everyone wants this clip. This is the clip. So let's have a look here. 3 minutes 14. That's a long old clip. Right, okay, so Del Boy and Rodney are going to a fancy dress party. And and they see that there is like a crime being committed. Like there's a woman that's being mugged. So they decide that they've got to intervene and help her. So I'm going to bring on the shield. And let's bring it up here. They see that a crime is being committed. And so there's this woman. And she's walking along. And she's leaving her place of work. And as she goes along to her car, there's some unsavoury types. There's this girl comes over. She's like, all right, do you have the time? And she's like, oh no. And they're like, yeah, you do. You got the time for us. She's like, help me, help me. And then they suddenly don't know what's going on because as they look around, what's going on? I don't understand. And suddenly they look and coming out, what's happening? And she says, I haven't the faintest idea. Batman and Robin come and save this woman. And it's Del Boy and Rodney, and they literally have the 1960s Batman theme playing. And honestly, it's one of the funniest things ever. Just running along, because they're dressed as like Adam West, the best Batman of all time. And there you go.
Never, David. Never.
Yes, yes, Cap, that was for you. Right, but anyway, so
that should have been in the Flash movie.
That should have been in the Flash movie. Oh my God, Dave, you're right.
Because, correct me if I'm wrong, whichever was on like the antagonist in it, and you just turn to side, everyone says, and there's just Del Boy and Rodney.
Holy shit, Dave! I kid you not. I am editing that together after the show. I am editing that together after the show. So you see. You know, you're going to see the Flash running along like he's skating. You're going to see Nicolas Cage come down. He's fought his spider. And you'll see Christopher Reeve and Helen Slater. And they're all going to turn around. And then Del Boy and Rodney are going to run into shot. Amazing stuff.
You credit me.
Oh, I will. That is a genius idea, Dave. Oh my God. Blondie in the comments has a recommendation, specifically Only Fools and Horses for you, Capathave. Says, Capathave, watch the episode of Only Fools and Horses with the blow-up dolls. You'll appreciate that one. That one's for you. Now, this is kind of derailed completely. Right, so guys, tell me things. What have you guys seen this week? We'll get on to the boys later if you have or haven't seen it, but tell me some stuff from you guys.
One thing I saw that is more Disney, not necessarily like geeky, but I saw Elemental and I actually liked it. I wasn't expecting a lot because I heard a lot of teardowns from it.
Yeah, is that on Plus now?
I enjoyed it. Yes.
I will see that if it's on Plus.
Yep. I thought it was decent.
Apparently, it was not a hit on theaters, but it made well on DVDs for some reason and on streaming.
But you know, my theory on that is all of these streaming things are just, they're killing their own businesses.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's turning around so quick. Like,
it's like a month, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like literally 30 to 45 days. And it's like, well, why do I want to spend $10, $15, $20 to go to the theater to see it if I could just hold out?
Yeah.
In practically no time it's available. So.
Like, the only reason...
Also,
no, go on, Cap, go.
I also think it would depend on the movie as well. I think Into the Spider-Verse did pull people into theaters. What happened to David? Are we lost?
He's gone, we're free!
But, like, I'm guessing, like, if it's actually blockbuster, I think the reason was the marketing was terrible.
Yeah.
Again, I wasn't interested by the characters. Didn't even care about the cast. So I think mainly the marketing was bad for me. Sometimes it happens. Pixar currently doing very hard on that. But if it's a big enough movie, people will go see it. That's what happened to Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
That's what happened to Barbie. That's what happened to Mission Impossible.
I think on that.
I think you really cut to the heart of it. With that is there's so much stuff being produced out there that unless it's that sort of like the key, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 movies a year or so type movie, that I might as well just wait, because there wasn't anything like that. For me, that was like Flash. I was like, I didn't really hear much about it. The stuff I did hear was pretty bad, and then I watched it, and it started off pretty bad and rough, and there were, it was okay at the end. Like, I would say it probably was an average movie. It wasn't as awful as I had heard, but it was definitely far from great. So
the funny thing was, for me, I'd heard it was so bad that I was desperate to see it, because I was like, I don't care like if Ezra Miller is like sacrificing humans in volcanoes, I still want to see this film. And then I heard it was so bad I didn't bother. And then when I saw it, I mean, it started and there was like CGI babies, and I was like, this is terrible. And then by the end of it, I was like, where's all the hate come from? This was actually good. It was so much better than like Birds of Prey, or it was better than what was it? Morbius. That's not a DC one, but there was like so many bad like films, like superhero films. It was better than like The Suicide Squad was terrible. Flash is 100 times better.
But not better than the second one. Suicide Squad, the second one blows away Flash.
No, the second one is literally. No,
the second one was good.
The second one is just like.
The second one had King Shark. Okay.
Oh my god, it's so bad.
It had Starro.
There was nothing enjoyable about the second one at all. They were like the second Suicide Squad film. They were like, hey, let's get the character you really liked from the first one, Captain Boomerang, only good Jai Courtney performance ever, and let's kill him in the intro credits. And it's like, and do you know that other character you liked? You're like, what, Harley Quinn? Yeah, we're just going to put her in a room for half the film. And then, like, no one will actually kind of save her anyway. And they're like, and do you remember, like, you used to like Will Smith before he slapped hard, right? It's like, well, we don't have him back, but we're going to bring in this character that's almost the same character, but he doesn't have any charisma. Sorry, Idris, it's true. And then, like, and then we're just going to bring in a shark who isn't going to do anything, and then Capelthave's going to be obsessed with it and ruin every episode of Werewolf just by going, me shark, for 2 years.
Yes! Yes! I knew you were going to reference that.
But David,
I'm
you know
not
that
kidding.
Friends clip when Chandler about to reveal that he doesn't like dogs and Joey says, don't do it?
Yeah.
That's the scenario you in this movie. Everyone likes this film.
Yeah. Well, hang on, Cav, I'm not done with you yet either, right? I'm just going to say this again. Like, so Capelthave, who do you think is the werewolf? Me shark! It's like, what are you doing?
I am not, for those in the audience, I'm not kidding. Capelthave did an entire show as King Shark, just changing the image every 5 bloody minutes. I think it was Granny or Mertiel that night, but so I had a hard enough job keeping a straight face as it was, but Capelthave just going, shark.
Yeah.
I
desperately want us to do like actually, Andy, can I mention, like, we sort of were speaking about doing a werewolf show. Like, I've been trying to bring it back for a long time, but it's the Halloween month, so we were talking about this. I just want Capelthave to be on there with a photo of a horse doing a voiceover. I miss Werewolf so much. I genuinely do. I love that show. So, like, Gerald, if you've missed this, we used to do a show called Revenge of the Werewolf, and then it became Revenge of the Mafia, Revenge of the Ripper, and it's based off like the whodunit, like, social deduction game, but like turned into an improv show. And so one of the things with it is, like, we'd play the game, but we'd do like scenes and we'd be in character and we'd ask each other questions and that. And look, and like, Capelthave, this is fine. I'm not meaning to target like you for this.
No, it's okay.
But I was gonna say, because it's so funny, because like I appreciate like Sri Lanka, like the time zones on that. But like once we've been doing the show for quite a long time, and people like doing costumes every week, Capelthave was like, I've got a screen image of a horse. I'm just going to do the voice. And the thing was, it's a social deduction game, so we're meant to be looking at each other's body language and stuff. And it's just so Capelthave.
In my defense, I did change the image. I gave you a different horse's face.
Yeah, no, it was great. It was fantastic. You know, and I never said no. Like, sometimes I'll be like, well, we can't tell your expressions, but it was great. It was so funny that I couldn't. We just got a horse on the show.
Oh,
I ran out of costumes, Dave.
No, that's
What can I
fair.
do?
That's fair. That is
he's
completely
only
fair.
got one prop as well.
Yeah. Now, like Andy, you did werewolf a few times, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and Dave would like dress up as Granny Smith. It was great. We're bringing it back. You know, hashtag Revenge of the Werewolf. I've completely forgot what we were talking about.
We were talking about
Suicide Squad. Oh my god, yeah.
How terrible of a movie it is. Do you know? I've still never seen it.
Oh, you should check it out. It's really good.
I really don't want to.
And you would question why David hated so much.
I need to watch it again.
I'd probably watch it and then come back on a Geek Battle show. Like, just say, Cap, David, let's talk privately. What the hell is wrong with you both? It's a film!
Yeah. No. Do you know, I'll share something, like, a little bit of, like, a personal thing, right? So, like, 2020, 2021, I had COVID, then I had, like, long COVID. And there's, like, a weird observation that I made, like, sort of 2 or 3 months ago. I looked through all of, like, the Disney Plus, like, Marvel shows and Marvel films and that. And I noticed a pattern that, like, when I was feeling, like, the long COVID worse, it's like I remember WandaVision really well. And I remember Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and then I remember, what was the next one? Loki, the first Loki. And then when about What If came on, and then whatever the hell followed next, it's like, wow, I really wasn't taking this in. And I started actually noticing that I thought a lot of these things weren't good shows and that. And that is the similar time to when the Suicide Squad came on. So it was probably on. I was probably just like sat there like a zombie, just not understanding a word that's going on. Because it was like, and then what was that? It was about a year ago. What was it like? Not Moon Knight. Oh, Moon Knight.
Yeah, Moon Knight.
Yeah, but then what was the one with the werewolf?
Werewolf by Night.
Yeah, like to me they were all terrible. Whereas like this year, I think I'm understanding things a bit more. I think I think I just went through an experience like people in America went in like the 1960s, where there was just like a year or two where you just kind of don't, like the summer of love or whatever happened, and everyone just forgot everything that happened. And I think I've had my equivalent. But go on, Gerald, you're going to say.
I was pleasantly surprised by Werewolf by Night. I didn't have a lot of expectations with it. I did hear that, and I don't know if this is globally that they're doing it or not, but they re-released it and supposedly it's in color. I don't know. I think that would take away from it, but
probably. Yeah. I heard that, and I think it's like at Halloween, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's either out or coming out.
But we know why they're doing that, because they don't have anything else to show.
Yeah.
So it's the only way they can do a new release is to say, like, well, we've got this black and white film, let's release it in colour and say it's new.
Yeah, when I heard that, I'm like,
the Muppets.
Oh, the Muppets Haunted Mansion one, that was pretty good. Was that last year, I guess, maybe?
I believe that was last year.
Wait, they did the Muppets Haunted Mansion, and there's another new... Oh, yeah, they did. I actually did see that.
Yep.
I don't remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember much about it, but I remember it was enjoyable. The Haunted Mansion movie that came out, I have not seen yet, but it got just torn apart in the theaters. It did not do well at all.
Although they do say it's not that bad of a movie. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm hearing. It's not like amazing. It's just, but I watched the Eddie Murphy one. It's not really that great either, but it's Eddie Murphy, so I watch it. And I like it.
Yeah, I mean the Eddie Murphy one was decent. It's basically like sort of a general family-oriented movie. So I thought that the lady that played his wife was excellent. But yeah, overall, I mean, you could watch it. It wasn't painful to sit through or anything, but it wasn't like fantastic either. So
although they said like for this one, the beginning is kind of hard. It's once it gets going is the when you actually get into it. Eddie Murphy, I mean, he can rip off most of the stuff, so he was doing well with stuff.
And then to cap, I started watching part of. I have not watched the whole thing of TMNT Mutant Mayhem. I didn't mind the animation. The one thing I had a hard time with was it seemed fairly choppy, and it seemed like they were trying to make it feel more like a stop-motion animation rather than CGI. So that was my biggest issue.
I thought a similar thing with Spider-Verse when I first saw it.
Yeah.
There's something a bit... That's the perfect word for it. Something a bit choppy, isn't there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the style they were basically going for. Again, I liked Spider-Verse, but I did not like the team. I mean, I don't hate it, but I didn't. I find it hard for me to like it, mainly because they were all hideous.
Yeah.
The turtles.
I enjoyed that Jackie Chan was Splinter, so I liked that part. But the parts I saw, which is probably about the first third, it's like, okay, it's turtle oriented, but yeah.
My issue is like I was so excited for Jackie Chan playing. Again, I think they used Jackie Chan pretty well with this. The one thing I didn't like is the character arc where they did is like a very sad old man, which I did not like. I hated the fact that they made Splinter that way. Jackie Chan is not like that. He's actually a wise guy even as he aged. And also Splinter's characters could have been much more good. But again, I have those. Okay, one strong feelings. I hate the fact that they made Splinter like a bug lady, which I'm not all for. Okay, that was gross, disgusting. If I had eaten when I was watching that, I would have thrown up.
Would you have preferred him to have a shark lady?
Of course.
So my wife just texted me and said that the Haunted Mansion movie is now on Disney Plus. So.
Okay, good. Right, has anyone else seen anything else they want to respond to? Any trailers? Dave, go for it.
I want to wrap up my Ahsoka review. So yeah, the final episode was out, and it was okay. But they made some mistakes with Thrawn, especially. I think that Thrawn is like, for me, as a character who's always 5 moves ahead of you. He's got all the strategies, he's got everything ahead. But in this, it's like he was playing noughts and crosses and added an extra line to another X. And then it's been huge spoiler warning. He does that. I was like, no, her character arc, I think would be better. She accepted. Okay, I can't use it.
Dave, I think you're having a tiny bit of an audio issue. I'm just about following you, but it sounds like you're on 0.8, like of
Is
the
that
evening.
better?
Oh my God,
better?
yes.
Oh,
wow.
It's very sexual.
Yeah, that is the exact word again. Yeah.
What is with it and me being the face on people's backgrounds and the sexy voice for the show?
Yeah.
And David Bostansky is hosting our show.
Well, hang on, let's see if I can get in. Okay, can I get in on some of this action? Does it work?
There we go.
So, hi guys. Welcome to the AMSR hour with Dave and David.
Today we will talk about shark people, real or not.
Ooh, and we're also going to learn a little about David's lightsaber.
Is that? Does that sound better when it's here though?
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, do what you need.
All right. Where did you lose me?
You know what, I can't remember anything. It's like I'm all flustered now, Dave.
And a spoiler.
Thrawn and the spoiler. Thrawn for me was, as I was saying, Thrawn for me as a character is always 5 moves ahead of everybody else. Every opponent he's up against, he's 5 moves ahead. But in this, it felt like he was playing noughts and crosses, and he added an extra line so he could draw some more X's on there. He wasn't. It's like he was making every generic bad guy mistake in underestimating everybody, when Thrawn is not the kind of character who would do that. You know, he said that he doesn't understand the Force, but he understands people. So why he would make such basic mistakes is ridiculous. And Sabine now being able to use the Force, now it's just a case of, well, okay, now everybody can use it. You know, it doesn't matter who you are. Now everybody can do it. You know, everybody can just go out and wave their hands around and mind trick everybody. When I think for Sabine, she should have embraced the fact that, I can't use the Force, but I've still got my Mandalorian tricks. I can still fight as a Mandalorian.
Yeah.
And we got a bit more of the why Ahsoka and Sabine had a bit of a falling out together. Which is good, but that I think it's a bit too little too late for that sort of reveal. But overall, you know, it was a good episode. I'm sad that Ray Stevenson will not be continuing as Baylan Scorn, because he was a great character, and his last scene is beautifully shot. He looks great. I'm just sad we won't get to see more of him and what he's getting up to. But yeah, Ahsoka overall is okay. It's a slow, like with the Marvel shows, it's a slow build, but it was really good otherwise.
Yeah, it's one that I still need to catch up on, but it is one of the ones that I've heard has been better than some of the ones that came previously.
And I will still argue backhanded saber fighting is useless. Stop doing it.
Like this?
Like literally, when they hold the blade, like Ahsoka's guilty of this. She holds the blade backwards, and I'm like, if you were against an opponent who is just half a second faster than you are dead.
Yeah.
Because instead of bringing the blade in front of you, she's got to bring her entire arm round to block the blade of her opponent. So the opponent has to be faster than her.
I'm pretty sure that the choreography for Star Wars things has gone down so much. Like, compared to even, like, the prequels, again. Had a lot of dialogue problems, but they made pretty good damn fight scenes. Chronological in the world they have.
Well, they improved a bit in this. Like, the first fight in Ahsoka was very underwhelming. But the fight between Anakin and Ahsoka, that's the kind of thing I've been waiting for. Like, getting like the speed of it, the finesse of it. It's a dance. It's beautiful. And then we go back to just people just whacking each other with sticks in the back garden. And when like when you're 6 years old and you think, I'm Darth Vader, I'm gonna kill you.
But like with the Force and also the lightsabers, I think they're overusing it a bit much, and now the same problem will emerge. Like, everyone's a Jedi, and lightsabers don't work, so what's special about Star Wars if everyone's...
Okay, so here's a question. When is Ahsoka set? Because, like...
It's set after The Mandalorian Season 2, and after in movie-wise, it's in between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens.
So how do we get to the point where there's...
Oh, yeah.
No, I was just going to say, how do we get to the point that there are no Jedis left? If everyone's now a Jedi?
It's weird, because it's like, when Lucas had it, he had Luke Skywalker was the last Jedi. The last one to be trained by Yoda as a Jedi, so he restarts the Order.
Yeah.
But at the same point, Luke restarts the Jedi Order. So Ahsoka and Sabine and Ezra, they're not technically... Well, Ezra maybe technically is a Jedi, as he was trained by a master. But Ahsoka doesn't claim to be a Jedi, and Sabine is definitely not a Jedi. So Luke...
Ahsoka's the grey Jedi like thing, right?
Yeah,
technically Jedi.
People, there's a whole argument behind that. The whole thing with the grey Jedi and that. People think, oh yeah, the grey Jedi, it's a fan thing. No, it's not real. You can't have Jedi that use the dark side. Luke uses the dark side. He doesn't disallow students to use it, but he warns them that if you do this, you will become Sith. You will fall down a dark path.
Yeah.
Luke is technically still the last of the Jedi because he hasn't rebuilt the Order.
Okay, no, fair play. So, guys...
Go back to Dave Stansky for the next segment of the show.
Okay, no, sure. Well, I was going to say... Go on, Cap.
I want to comment on this for some reason, but it can't show on green screen. Come on, green screen, don't film.
Oh my god, that literally just looked like he walked in there. I'm going to tell you what his haircut is.
It's Street Fighter.
No, it's much worse than that.
As Henry Cavill walked into the room with Capital Theft and slowly stared into his eyes.
You're terrible.
The CGI mustache bristled in the wind.
Right, let's see if I can zoom in on this. Oh god, it's worse. Okay, guys, I'm going to show you what this is. Cap, can you hold that up a second? Let's get him on. Let's see if we can see Cavill. Right.
There we go.
And boom.
Yes.
Like, it literally is Jim Carrey Me, myself, and Irene, and he has the mustache.
Yep.
Like, that is proper, like, state trooper. Like...
Is that what Cavill's gone for, then?
Yeah. Must be.
It's still not true. I mean, like, I think this guy has a grooming curse. Like, every time. I think the producers for this Argyle film are like, you're perfect with the role. We just have only one condition. What's that? You have to do a certain hairstyle. You can't change it until the film is over. and we have no idea. You can't change it at all.
You know, the sort of thing we're looking for is kind of, you know, like a Will Smith sort of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air style. You know, you stick it up this sort of flat top. You know.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
He's like, I'll do it if it's accurate to the source material.
Well, yeah, absolutely. So, guys, right? Do you know what? That's got to be like some meme thing that could be done. Like the Henry Cavill in different roles. Just like how far will he go to be accurate to the source material?
He's already The Rock in this Fanny Pack out with this hairstyle. They already pictures.
But like. But he needs to play a role, like, they should do, like, a remake of, like, 127 hours, and, like, halfway through filming, he comes in, and he's actually, like, cut his hand off so that he could play the role accurately. That might be a bit dark. I could have taken it darker, I won't, though. Right, guys...
Although,
yeah, go on.
I would like to comment on Mission Impossible.
I would like you to, Cap.
It's pretty good. It's so good. Like very few films nowadays keep me tension in my seat because usually when you watch movies you kind of get what they were going. It's a spy movie, you know what's going to happen next. But again, in this film I was like nearly at the edge of my seat for every scene. They shot it well, the actors are pretty good. Haley Atwell's charming, likable, and she gets to kick ass as well. Yeah, she's pretty good there.
I know, I don't know what you were saying. I just saw that Gerald said Henry Cavill is Mrs. Doubtfire.
He's looking on the internet. He's doing to you what he does to me.
Yeah. Look, I wasn't talking, so I wasn't listening. No, guard Cap, I do agree with what you were saying. I support your right to speak.
It's one of the few films that actually made me, care. And with the whole through, it's a long film. I was in the edge of my seat the whole throughout the film. Again, mainly because it's Tom Cruise doing basically everything, so you get that thing. But I think there's also more to it. I think the filmmaking aspect of it is also pretty good. It knows how to build tension and knows how to keep every moment count. And I think lots of films just don't do that anymore.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I haven't seen it yet, but I still think you're right in principle that hardly any films. I saw one of the worst films that I've seen in a long time. It was like a Netflix film, so I knew I shouldn't have watched it, but it was called Crawl Space. Has any of you seen this? It might be a year old or 2 years old, but it got a guy who might have been in like Big Sky or something like this. I kind of recognise him. He might have played the villain, and he was a plumber, and some villains like want to rob some guy, and the money like is hidden in the crawl space under a house, and there's the plumber under there, and they don't know there's a plumber under there, and when they go in and they kill the guy, and they're like, well, we're just gonna search for the money. And then they become aware that there's the plumber and he's under the crawl space. And then he's down there. They spend almost the entire film not in the crawl space with him. So they never interact and they're just talking through the floorboards. And I swear to God, the villains were like Harry and Marv from Home Alone. And this was meant to be a serious film. They were like bungling idiots. But if you ever check out Crawl Space. Now, guys, I will very quickly bring up, if you haven't seen it, like Gen V, like the Boys spin-off, has anyone seen it, or is anyone like familiar with the Boys at least?
I saw the trailer, but the only trailer I can get over here is the French version, so I didn't understand what the hell was going on.
Was it in French language?
It was literally all in French.
Wow.
So I understood like a school or something for like Xavier's school a little bit, but feel free to correct me and stop me.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, it's absolutely got that fit. Like, one thought there, Dave. Learn French. You're in France, man.
My French is okay. I can understand most of it. Speaking it is another thing.
Yeah, no, do you know what? Like, I've heard that from so many people, like, being able to follow things and being able to, like being able to speak to someone one-to-one versus just watching a show or something.
The thing is, before you go on with Gen V, I'm going to throw this out there.
Yeah, go for it.
When you're an English person, and you're here in France, and you try to tell them something, you try and communicate something in French to them, they insult you by going, "Oh, it's over there. I speak English. What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
What? It's like this whole exercise of me asking for a bottle of bloody water for you to tell me it's over there.
Yeah, I've had that.
In a Geordie accent.
You have a history problem, guys. You have a history problem.
Even when I was in Belgium earlier this year, like I was ordering, like, what was it? It wasn't Fritz. It was what's the other, like, waffles, I guess. So I was ordering waffles, but I was like, pardon, monsieur, like blah 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 blah, and it was like, it's like, yeah, so you want it with caramel? And I was like, oh, come on. It's like, I did this whole thing in French. And then to add insult to it, he then turned to the next guy and spoke perfect Spanish to him. I was like, Jesus, you're too talented. I can't do any of this. Anyway,
that's my life every day.
Well, there we go, right? So anyway, so Gen V, I'll speak on it briefly because I won't give spoilers. It's good, but it kind of feels like when you get a spin-off, like how you had Fear the Walking Dead, and it's sort of like the same but about new characters, it always has that weird thing of, it feels like you're watching something for the first time. Like, to get used to the world, because they have to, because it's a different show. But it feels like there's such a retread of, like, certain things that we know, and just like the tone of the boys, they absolutely keep. I can't even, like, if you know, like, the beginning of the last season of The Boys, where there's like the little shrinking man, right?
Shut up.
This one has its version. It has its version already. Like, I'm sure if you watch The Boys season 1, it's going to be so much tamer, and they're doing like the Saw movies where each, like, new sequel, it just has to top the last one in shock value. Go on, Cap.
The thing I would say with The Boys, I wasn't planning on seeing it because, like, when I heard, like, stuff in it, like Little Man and stuff like that, I was like, you know what? I don't need Nightmare Fuel. I'm pretty good. So I technically just caught up on it with memes, technically. But in the second season, I did get interested because I saw a clip with Black Noir and the Looney Tunes characters. So I was like, you know what? I like this. I want to watch this. I saw the episode. At the end of the episode, he freaking dies. So I'm like, why did I just watch this? And I didn't watch The Boys then. I'm not going to return to it. Maybe like if Black Noir and the Looney Tunes characters return, I would watch that. But other than that, I'm going to stay away from the Nightmare Fuel.
Yeah. But, like, I do like The Boys. Like, I'm so pleased recently. Like, have you, like, if you go on, like, TikTok and stuff, you'll see that song where it's got this voice that goes like, Ashley, look at me. And that, do you know that? Have you heard that? Like, this, like, meme thing, right? That's from The Boys. And it was bugging me for like a month and a half of hearing this, because you'll hear this song, I can't remember how, like, the tune goes, but you just hear this voiceover that goes, Ashley, look at me. And I was like, I know that. Where do I know it from? And finally I saw the clip that revealed that it was just someone had taken Homelander from The Boys and used it. But no, The Boys is good. Like, it definitely pushes stuff, like what it does with the character in the last season. So Statute of Limitations, like the Deep, having his, like, who is like Aquaman, having a fling with an octopus. You know, that's a bit intense. And if you haven't seen it,
Nightmare Fuel.
but like the worst thing about it,
You should read the comics. They're a lot tamer.
oh wow, right. But here's the thing. So, like, the Deep, I'll give this spoiler because it's like, it's a year old now. But like the Deep, he's getting it on with a girl, and then he's suddenly getting this octopus involved, and you're seeing like these tentacles and that. And he's like, hey, just try a 3-way. And she's like, with an octopus? Right? And then, like, an episode or two later, like, Homelander is, like, punishing him. And he's like, and here's your meal. And he lifts up the lid, and it's the octopus. And he's like, if you want to be in the 7, you've got to eat the octopus. And afterwards, he was like, but that was my friend. And it was just terrible. It's like, it's in a sense, it's so funny, but it's so mean-spirited, but it knows it's mean-spirited. You know?
Yeah. It's like you know what you sign up for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And the Gen V, it starts off I won't give the spoilers. There's a character who's kind of like Magneto, but she can manipulate blood. Yeah. And well, is it? Oh yeah. Well, I guess so because of the iron content, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't think she can manipulate metal. But literally, like how Magneto can manipulate manipulate metal, she can just, like, if there is blood, she can make it do things.
Oh, wow.
Which is a really cool idea for a power.
I think Alucard did that in Hellsing Animated.
Sorry, say that again, Cap?
Alucard already did that in the Hellsing Animated.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so far I'm enjoying it. It's not the greatest thing ever, and I feel like it feels like The Boys, but it doesn't have the characters other than a couple of very brief cameos, but not really. But apparently, I just looked up and Arnold Schwarzenegger's son is in it, Patrick Schwarzenegger. So, like, I don't know if he'll be a star one day, but he's not built like his dad.
I would say like The Boys, I prefer Invincible over The Boys.
I need to watch Invincible at some point.
I think you love it. It is mean-spirited, but it's not like The Boys. It's not Nightmare Fuel either or Growth Fuel, but they do take it to the superhero extreme because what happens is Superman actually punches you.
Well, hang on. Can I just so Gerald, have you seen The Boys TV show?
Yeah, the TV show I have.
Well, the thing you mentioned, right? Didn't they do that on the TV show?
Yes,
yeah,
they did.
It's like 10 times more extreme.
10 times more extreme. Well, there's going to be limits to what they can do.
Yeah. I mean, they like a lot of it's been relatively true to the comic, but they've sort of strayed a little bit. But I mean, it's one of those it's like it's basically like an anti-comic, and that's what the writer intended it to be. Is this is what if you have all the power in the world and you decide why do the good stuff and let's just do it for ourselves and whatever and anything we can do to basically the most hedonistic extremes.
I like this idea, and the thing is, it's probably already at the point where it's going to be where people are like, oh, we've seen it now, we're used to it, and everything's going to copy this. But even, do you remember that film a couple of years ago? Was it Brightburn? Which it might have been Zack Snyder as well.
Similar.
Where it was like Superman, but it was like, well, what if everything kind of goes wrong and it sends him down the dark path?
Yep.
I like exploring these kind of ideas.
But I would say that's also the reason why you're actually getting good Superman. No one can do the good Superman now because it's like, oh no, we want to be edgy and the nice guy. Who cares about the nice Superman? I think, although the animated show did a pretty good Superman, the nice guy Superman everyone likes. But I do think this is one of the reasons why I think Superman is not good for this era. Speaking as a Gen Z, I don't think we're good people.
I am hopeful that James Gunn, even though he ruined the Suicide Squad, that he will somehow make a good Superman film.
He's a pretty good filmmaker, I'll give him that, because Guardians 3 did,
Guardians 3 was decent. I preferred number 2. Weirdly, out of the 3, I think I'm probably in the minority. I preferred Guardians 2 over 1 and 3.
Of course, it had David Hasselhoff.
Well, there you go.
But
I've yet to see 3, but I agree with you on that one, David, that 2 is better than 1.
Yeah, like as many times as I've tried to go back to watch number 1, I'm always like, oh, I really like these characters after the second one.
Yeah. I think the rhythm is pretty good with them after, because they don't have to do that. They don't like each other now. They like each other apart. They just
yes. I think you've hit the nail on the head there, Cap. You're 100% right. They're in their groove.
With the 3, they're more emotional than what they used to be. I mean, like when you look at 2 and 1, you get like few emotional scenes in all the banter, and those get much more impactful. But in the 3, you get more emotional stuff. But I think they did that because like you already know the characters now, and it's a raccoon. You have to feel for raccoon, so it works. I think they kill me with cuteness. I would say that. I'm not even sure I would care about the characters if it's not for them being little animals. So there is that thing.
So, and this is probably, I'll say this is a spoiler, but in the 3rd one you find out that Rocket, as far as I know, is a raccoon, whereas in the comic and everything else, he is a separate race and the last of his kind. So,
oh wow,
that was sort of interesting, and I did like that part, but I didn't really care with a lot of the creepy stuff of basically the what is it, the bad guy putting like all these, making creatures and stuff with all kinds of weird stuff. That was just sort of, I was like, eh. But I really do still like Rocket. I think that's a good character.
Yeah.
I think David also had a problem with I usually have a problem with that. Again.
Wait, with what?
I think the main thing you mentioned is like, I don't want to see cute animals suffer.
No, I don't. To be honest, I didn't enjoy that.
I would 100% agree with you, and I would still stick by this. But the thing is, like, it made sense in the story. That's why I wasn't like, I'm not going to turn it off because it makes me uncomfortable. I sat through it because it did make sense in the story. That's the only forgiving thing that I would give this.
I think the thing that like I disliked as much, if not more, was there's just that one scene where someone was like, oh, well, Peter, like, it's more like you're in love with Nebula than you are with Gamora. And then he starts looking at her, right? And I was like, come on, you don't betray yourself after all this, that you're just willing to suddenly go off with Nebula. That's not the ending to the story we're waiting for.
I think now we've got to the point now in movies now where we're so petty about every little detail in comic book movies. Like, it's like someone walking out in Avengers Infinity War saying, Hulk, Thanos beat Hulk, I'm out, that's it. Movie's over, I'm gone, bye.
Yeah.
It just is, you know, I get that, you know, these like with Rocket, you need to see, you're seeing his origin in the MCU. It's going to be different in comic books, so you're going to see the darker side of Rocket's backstory a little bit. But as long as they do it in a way that's tasteful, you know, it's not actual cruelty that you're seeing on the screen. Like, oh, someone's actually doing this to a real raccoon.
Yeah.
It's funny because what you're saying, it's like an old skit that they would do in some of the comedy shows, but being like, you know, oh my God, yeah, I was in a terrible accident, you know, so-and-so, you know, my neighbor died, you know, and they're like, oh, that's terrible. And he was with his dog, like, oh God, and they're all and they do that all the time with the same thing, you know, they made other cracks, you know, like, oh yeah, see that bloody murderer across the street got murdered, oh my God, yeah, they're like, yeah, the kids and all that, oh, terrible, and their cat, oh God, oh that.
Yeah.
But it's a very true thing. I don't know why. It's just animals in general.
Yep.
It's because they're innocent.
Yeah, I would say like I remember like there are a few movies where like human character die and I did feel bad, like about to cry in a sense. My eyes get in poetry. But with animals in general, you don't have to push it that far. It's like the dog dies in the film.
Well, yeah. The one
That's why I root for the people in Cujo.
The movie for me that hits the hardest is the Lion King original. Yeah, I know it's animated. I know it's not, you know, but like the tears just start just screaming down, and I'm just like just a wreck after it. But it's sort of like in a good way. It's one of my favorite movies, but it's just it is a emotional roller coaster.
Did you see the clip-to-clip comparison, like the emotion in the first animated film and in the live-action one?
And that's why I didn't like the live-action one. I thought, I mean, visually it was cool, but yeah, we talked about it, I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago. You just can't convey the same level of emotion through a CGI realistic lion versus an animated lion. And
I'll say though, for the animated Lion King, I applaud Disney for that, because they had the actual balls to show a dead body on the screen. Not many of the Disney movies will actually show it. It'd just be, you'd see a character fall to their death, or in Tarzan's case, you would see Clayton just hanging from the tree. But in Lion King, they actually just showed Mufasa's corpse on the side there, and I applaud the movie for doing that.
Not only that, he gets to the corpse and he sleeps with it like he's alive, and then his uncle shows up and tells him that you killed him. Run!
Don't say he sleeps with it, Cap. That just sounds really weird. Okay. Okay, so what is the deal? Like, it's true. Like, sometimes in a film, you'll be like, oh yeah, there's this really good bit where he kills this guy, like the villain or whatever, a really good death or something. And why is it? What is wrong with humans that we can watch something and we're like, yeah, like, oh my god, actually, hang on, it might be a Vince Vaughn film. There is a Vince Vaughn film where is it Vince Vaughn where he's in prison, where he's like he's escaping prison or something. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Vince Vaughn.
If it is, it's not what I recall.
Yeah, it's like, okay, Vince Vaughn. I'm gonna see if this is the genuine one. It's got one of the most Brawl in Cell Block 99. That has to be it. Unless I'm just remembering the wrong actor. But the fact that he's got a movie set in a prison. Brawl in Cell Block 99. Oh, I've looked it up before. This has to be it. It has one of the most unbelievable character death scenes, which I don't even know if I could, even if I mask it, if I put it on, I might just have to share it with you guys afterwards. I'm going to see if I can confirm this is the clip. It has one of the most shocking death scenes in a film. Let's see if I can find it. That I have ever seen. Oh my god, it does. I don't think I can show it. It is just the most unbelievable thing. I was literally watching a film. Vince Vaughn, he's playing a lot more straight, a lot tougher than that. But there's still comedy. And just what he does is unbelievable. I can't tell you that one, but what I am going to show you is RoboCop, because I'm going to bring this one up here. I'm going to bring up my Geek Battle shield. This is one of the best deaths on screen, if you remember the end of the film, for a particular reason. So there's the bad guy. He's going to fall out the window, and if you remember, everyone's enjoying it. When he falls, his arms are too long. Like, who made this thing? Let's.
His arms
2 to 3 times the length.
Yeah, like, how did that happen? Like,
he's
literally.
a Freddy Krueger, like a Nightmare on Elm Street. His arms just get longer.
Like, let's see if I can get the exact frame.
It's like Hugsy from that Poppy Playtime game.
Oh. But, like, scenes like this. Oh my god, look at those arms. Right, they're just kind of enjoyable. Like, what's the deal? Oh, I have removed the wrong thing. Like, but what is the deal with that?
I think what's missing is the goofy scream when he just falls down. That's the only part that's missing when you can imagine it in your head.
Yeah. Okay, guys, is there anything else people want to react to? We can play a game, we can find out who is this week's Geek of the Week.
Although I do like Andy to talk about the Barbie movie.
Go on, Dave.
So we're entering Halloween, so the horror movies are coming out, and I watched Saw 10.
Oh wow, was that the new one?
That's the newest one. It's kind of a sequel/prequel, because you've got Tobin Bell in the movie again as
Jigsaw.
As Jigsaw, yeah. I forgot who he was for a minute there. Yeah, so it's kind of set in between the first movie and the second movie, because he goes to Mexico to get treatment for his cancer, but he gets scammed by them, and so those are the victims that he's got this time around. But in a way, it's like, okay, we know he's going to get away at the end of it, but and this occurred to me after I watched it. I found myself rooting more for Jigsaw and John Kramer than I was saying, I want the survivors to get out.
Yeah.
No, I want John Kramer to win. I want Jigsaw to kill him.
Like, honestly, I think it becomes a thing with horror films where you end up being on the side, like, of Michael Myers or Jason, Freddy, whoever like this. I think they become more iconic, and that the others are just kind of cannon fodder who are just going to get creamed anyway.
Yeah, the movie itself was okay. It wasn't like... It sort of recaptured the first 3 Saw movies, because after that they just went off the rails and did whatever they wanted. But this one sort of recaptured the memory of like the original 3.
I hated the third one.
The traps are pretty ingenious. Like the one that you see on the poster with the pipes on his eyes, it's ingenious. The trap itself is really good. I won't give too much away, but
yeah, sure.
I thought it was really good. It was really good. That would be my recommendation. Go and check it out. It is really good.
Okay.
I saw
Spiral and it was okay. There's nothing I remember that it was like.
The thing with Spiral,
like 2-3 weeks ago, and it was like, okay.
There was so much hype about it with like Chris Rock, this comedian. He's come up with this idea that's never been done before for Saw, and he's going to star in it. I was like, oh my god, it's going to be amazing. And it was exactly the same as every other Saw film.
Yeah. Did he make jokes at least?
No.
No, not really.
One. I think one joke he kind of made, but that was like right at the beginning.
But also, like, Samuel L. Jackson was in it as his dad, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, and it's like,
Samuel Jackson is Chris
in a
Rock's
Saw
dad.
movie, right? You've got Samuel L. Jackson in a Saw movie, and he's not even in it that much.
Yeah, and he dies. It's like in Deep Blue Sea. He gives this like triumphant speech, and then he's eaten by a shark. It's like, well, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I remember that.
Okay, guys, let's do a game. Like, I'm going to bring up ChatGPT. And we'll I'm going to trust in ChatGPT here. All right, so, like, okay, give me 20 questions. Okay, guys, what would you like questions about? You can ask. What would you like to cartoons?
Capel's obsession with Henry Cavill.
And give answers.
That's why he's got the green screen up. He's got a poster of him just hanging there. What would Henry Cavill do?
Very hard.
I'm sorry,
Right.
Kat. I'm so sorry.
So,
I feel bad for the dude now. Like, we say
guys, fingers on the buzzers. Are you ready? In the cartoon Futurama, what is Bender's full name?
Bender Robot?
Oh,
No.
God.
Andy?
Because I've only watched it 1,000,001 times, but I don't remember. But I'm going to say Bender over.
Hey! Andy, I'm willing to give you a bonus point because that was good. But no, it's not.
Just Bender?
No, it's not. Guys, I know this answer. Bender Bending Rodriguez. Yeah, how about that? Okay. Who provided the voice? Oh my god, I can't even read that. For the character Yzma or Yzma in The Emperor's New Groove.
Oh.
I got
Gerald.
Eartha Kitt.
Yes, it's the correct answer. Well done.
One of the Catwomen from 1966 Batman.
Ooh.
Wow.
Right. What is the name of the fictional underwater city in SpongeBob SquarePants? Oh, Andy.
Holy crap. Holy crap. And I know it. That's it.
Capelthave
Bikini Bottoms.
is the correct answer.
Where is my brain today? It's maybe it's
Although
brain
I
is
haven't
somewhere else
seen
today.
SpongeBob that much.
Okay.
And for the record, earlier today, I was watching SpongeBob just for the stupid record, but...
In The Simpsons, what is the name of the drinking establishment that...
Right.
Oh, Gerald.
Moe's.
Can you give me a full answer?
Moe's Tavern.
Is the correct answer. Okay, I would have accepted. Right. Which animated film features a character named Toothless?
Buzz,
Oh, Dave.
How to Train Your Dragon.
Is the correct answer. And let's see. Next question. In Rick and Morty, what is the name of Rick's catchphrase? Does that make any sense? And go on then, Cap. Yeah. Wow, that's correct. How is that the name of his catchphrase?
It is his catchphrase.
Yeah, what is his catchphrase? Right, okay, so, cool. This is GPT for you. What is the name of the cat that always gets into trouble when trying to catch a mouse in a... Oh, Cap.
Tom.
Is the correct answer. Now, I had to adapt that question.
Cat.
Do you know what? Here's the thing.
Rodriguez.
The actual question it said is, what is the name of the cat who always gets into the trouble in Tom and Jerry? It's like, why would you ask that? Right.
You got a 50-50 shot at that one.
Exactly. In Avatar, The Last Airbender, what is the name of the legendary firebender who becomes the primary antagonist?
Oh, shit. I don't know.
Repeat the question, I kind of missed it.
Yeah. In Avatar The Last Airbender, what is the name of the legendary firebender who becomes the primary antagonist? Cap.
Zuko.
Oh, no, it's not the answer I'm given, but this doesn't mean you're wrong, because it's ChatGPT and I don't know.
I'll go do anything.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, Cap, if you tell me that this is wrong, I'll take your word on it. But we'll fact check it later. It says Fire Lord Ozai. Ozai.
What?
I don't know. I have no idea. Right, anyway, what is the name of the dog in Adventure Time? Oh, Gerald.
Jake.
Yeah, Dave, you might have buzzed, but you seem to freeze.
It'll be frozen.
Yeah. Right. Okay. What cartoon character... Is it Dave, are you frozen? Or are you just pretending? I can't tell, to be honest. Right, okay. What cartoon character lives in a pineapple under the sea? Gerald.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Is the correct answer. Okay.
That's a big bottom cap.
This is definitely a wrong answer because they say a young boy, but the character's definitely a girl. What is the name of the young girl who owns a pet alien named Stitch?
Buds.
Capithave got there again.
Lilo.
Yeah.
Just talk about the cat.
Okay, good. Next question. In Gravity Falls, I only know that as a video game. Is that... whatever. What is the name of the mysterious book that contains information about the town's supernatural occurrences?
Oh.
Cap?
I'm gonna say the Necronomicon.
No, good. I can see why you'd take that stab in the dark, but that is Evil Dead, right? Anyone else?
Just watched Gravity Falls as well, and I can't remember.
Is it the Six Finger or something? Because it has a handprint on the book.
No, I'll tell you guys. It is Journal 3. Journal 3.
That's
Okay.
what it's called, Dave. I don't remember that they ever mentioned.
Do you know what? Like, this is ChatGPT, so all of these could be wrong. It asked what was the name of the cat in Tom and Jerry called. Right, so, anyway, let's have a look here.
So AI is intelligent, but isn't smart enough to know that the cat in Tom and Jerry is Tom.
Yeah. In Teen Titans, what is the real name of the... I love how the way when I said Teen Titans, Capithev's ears went like... Right. In Teen Titans, what is the real name of the superhero known as Beast Boy?
Bud.
Yes.
Garfield.
Yes. Do you have a full name for me? Andrew Garfield. I'll tell you what it says, but again, this could be wrong for all I know. But Garfield, it says Garfield Logan. So how about that? But like they have a Logan, you know. But anyway, right. What animated film features? Oh God. Right. I'm going to change the question because it says what animated film features a robot named Wally. What is Wally's girlfriend? What is Wally's girlfriend?
Steve.
Dave.
Eva.
Eva is the correct answer. Right, okay, next question. We're almost at the end here, and then we'll do one more game. Right. What is the name of the evil sorcerer in Disney's Sword and the Stone?
Buzz.
Buzz.
Oh, Cap was first.
Madam Mim.
Oh, yeah, well done.
No, it's Madam Mim.
Ooh, I agree with Dave there.
The answer on
Four
ChatGPT.
names, please.
What's more of a title than a name?
We're using full names here.
Hang on. ChatGPT is the final judge. It says Madam Min. Right. Who provides the voice?
Wrong.
Who provides the voice for Shrek?
Buzz.
Oh, Andy, I think you were in first.
Michael Myers.
Oh, do you know what?
No.
Isn't it Mike Myers?
It is Mike Myers.
Okay, look.
Andy, I'm going to give you that point.
I thought I'm a bit out of it. What the heck?
Well, we're in the Halloween month. Okay. What is the name of the Japanese animated film directed by, oh my god, Hayao Miyazaki? That's not going to help you, is it? That tells the story of a young girl and her parents who turn into pigs. I know this one.
Buzz.
Yes, go on, Dave.
Spirited Away.
Yes, I actually knew that one myself. I didn't know the director's name. Right, okay. Last one, and then we'll do a finale game. Right. In the Powerpuff Girls, what are the names of the three main characters who were created... Oh, Dave got there.
Damn it.
Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup.
Is the correct answer.
Their full names. Camel there.
Okay, so what we will do to end, if you still got time, because I appreciate...
What I would say, just for the record, Dave, you should watch Barbie the movie then. It sounded like you know, the Powerpuff Girls, you should watch Barbie the movie.
I shall now introduce you, Andy, to an English expression. It's called sod off.
Right, so guys, Gerald, we'll start with you. What would you like to guess? You're going to get 1 minute to... A movie. Okay, I'm going to ask ChatGPT for a geeky movie.
You should incorporate ChatGPT in your app.
If I could, but I don't think it'll work with my software.
You can ask for it. You can ask it to write code that includes the NeoCortex.
Oh man, these are all the obvious ones. It's all just like Terminator 2 and E.T. I'm going to bring up my app, because my app I can trust. So, audience, if you haven't done so already, smash that subscribe button. Make sure you subscribe to the audio version of this podcast as well. And get the book, Improviser's Bucket List, Big Book of Improv Games, and some new books, which I'm going to be releasing hopefully by the end of this year. So, right, I have a movie for you. Gerald, your time starts now.
Science fiction.
Yes.
1980s.
No.
90s.
No.
2000s.
No.
2010.
I believe so.
Does that have aliens?
Yes.
Is it animated?
No.
Is the main character a man?
No.
Is the main character an alien?
No.
Main character a woman?
Mm-hmm.
Does it take place? Is Earth involved?
Yes.
Is the actress Sandra Bullock?
No. That is time. Cap, handing over to you.
Is it the Hunger Games?
No.
Is it Divergent?
No.
Female sci-fi? Is it I Am Number 4?
No.
Is it Prometheus?
No.
Is it Alien?
No.
Is it the new Predator film?
No.
It's a good film, too.
I love how you're just going for actual films rather than narrowing it at all.
It's 2010. Does it have? Is the main lead star in an MCU film?
No.
Oh shit. Does this main star in a DC film?
I don't think so. I'll give you something superhero.
Oh, so it is a superhero film.
No, the main star has been in a superhero film.
Oh, it's not DC or Marvel?
I don't think so. I'm double checking.
Is it Sony?
No.
Who else makes superhero films?
Well, look, someone's going to tell me why it's one of them or the others, but I don't think so.
Okay, so has this star won an Academy Award?
No. Oh, I don't know. Jesus, I'm not being very helpful here. Right, that is time. You've had like an extra 25 seconds. Okay. Shit. Cap, I'm going to give you another 20 seconds. Because I've got to answer a particular question again.
Answer it first.
Technically, yes, Marvel. Technically.
Is it a Spider-Man film?
No.
Is it Phase 4?
No.
Is it Phase 3?
No. It said technically a Marvel film.
It's technically a Marvel film. Is it The Hulk?
No.
Technically Marvel, but not Marvel. Is it the Fantastic Four film?
No. Okay, right. But, okay, so hang on. You asked me, had the main actor been in a Marvel film? So it isn't one of these films, just for clarity. But that is time. Andy, handing over to you.
Is the lady very famous today?
Yes.
Is Angelina Jolie in it?
No.
Holy crap. Is Lucy Liu in it?
No, I don't believe so.
Sandra Bullock in it?
No. Still no.
She decided to join it? Okay, holy crap. Is she a blonde hair?
Yes.
Wait, that didn't help. Okay, is either Madonna in it? Not a chance. Sci-fi. Is it Captain Marvel?
No.
Oh, okay, that's it.
That is time. Dave, handing over to you. Go.
Do we establish a date?
Yeah, 2010s, I believe. Or just about, if not.
Is the actress Emily Blunt?
No.
Okay. That's me done. I was thinking of a different... that's it. I don't know. Narrowing it... Seriously, I'm stumped. I'm saying
Is in it?
Is in it?
I don't know what to say, guys.
I don't know what to say either, because I'm completely lost.
You got 10 seconds
Uma
left.
Thurman?
Sorry?
Uma Thurman?
No.
It's amazing, Cat talked and I didn't move my mouth.
Yeah, I know, right?
No, sorry, I
Don't worry. Okay, so guys, technically, okay, so the thing that might throw you a little bit is the main actress has been in a superhero film, which when I looked it up, technically was published by Marvel because she was in Kick-Ass. Do you know what it is now?
Is it Chloe?
Yeah, Chloe,
sure.
like Moretz, whatever her name is, and she starred
She's technically my age.
Wow. But like, so she was in a film. So when you said Divergent and Hunger Games and I Am Number 4, she was in The Fifth Wave, which is such a similar film to all of those. Same vibe.
Oh.
Yeah, good film though. Right, Cap, what would you like to guess?
Cartoon show.
A cartoon show.
Cap!
Okay. Let's see if you can get this. Your time starts now.
Is it in the 80s?
Probably.
Is it Masters of the Universe?
No.
Is it Thundercats?
No. 19. Yeah, it is 1980s, but no, it's not Thundercats.
Is it TMNT?
No.
Is it G.I. Joe?
No.
Is it an action-oriented?
No.
Is it a comedy show?
Somewhat.
Somewhat comedy.
Well, definitely comedy, but God, no, it's not Transformers.
It's definitely. Does it have animals in it?
Yes.
Is it Tiny Toons?
No.
Is it Animaniacs?
80s.
Yeah. Is it Looney Tunes?
No.
Is it Hanna-Barbera production?
I think so. Yes, it is.
Is it Yogi Bear?
No.
Is it Scooby-Doo?
Yes.
It's Scooby-Doo.
Not entirely.
Scooby-Doo.
Oh, that is time. Right, Andy, handing over to you.
No!
Do you know what? Hang on. I'm just going to give it to him. No, guys, basically, Andy and Dave, like, it isn't technically just Scooby-Doo. Do you think you'd be able to narrow it down further than that, either of you?
Possibly.
I think I can.
Okay, well then, I'm going to freeze you out for a second. If you guys can get it, then whoever gets it first, I'll give the point to, because otherwise we'll be here forever. Go.
Curse my chivalry, but Andy, if you know it, go for it.
I mean, Scooby-Doo and his amazing, holy crap, and his friend, holy crap, I forgot, again, I'm brain farting, but watch all the Scooby-Doos, but I'm like...
Go on, Dave.
Is it a pup named Scooby-Doo?
It is a pup named Scooby-Doo. I'll be honest, I don't even remember that show existing. But yeah, that's specifically it.
It's when they were all kids and they were solving mysteries.
Yeah, okay, how about that?
Even though when they're adults, they're still called kids.
Yeah. Okay, Andy, what would you like to guess?
I'd like to guess sports.
Sports? That's
You're
right.
on the wrong show for that, Andy.
That has never come up on this before.
Okay, cartoons are fine. We'll do cartoons.
No. Look, you're gonna guess something sports related. So you're gonna like.
Not from the UK sports world.
Hang on.
Oh, sorry, because you don't call football.
Yeah.
We play with a football, which means.
Okay.
Not a football with your hands.
Football.
I have just asked ChatGPT for suggestions of a fictional sport. You now have to figure it out, and your time starts now.
Is it the Bad News Bears?
No.
Is it a baseball?
No, it's a fictional sport.
Oh, it's a fictional sport. I think you meant a fictional team. Holy mackerel. Okay. Is it that sweeping thing by that wizard guy?
No, it's not Quidditch.
Holy mackerel. Make up sport. I don't know any make-up sports. I know real sports. Okay, is it fake sex? Is it fake baseball? Is it fake basketball? Is it fake soccer? Soccer, kickball? No. Okay,
No, it's none of these.
Oh, jeez.
Try to work out where it's from.
Where is it from? Is it from UK?
No.
No, it's from a fictional.
Yeah. Is it from Looney Tunes?
No, it's not. That is time. Dave, handing over to you.
Is this sport from a movie?
Yes.
Is it a racing sport?
Yes.
Is it pod racing?
Yes, it is. How did you do that?
It's what?
Pod racing from Star Wars.
It's pod racing. I narrowed it down by saying, is it a race? Is it like define what kind of sport it was?
That's incredible that you did that so quick. Okay, Dave.
I just said to be sporty.
Okay, Dave, it comes down to you. What would you like to guess?
I'll go for a game.
Video game, okay.
Yes. Just to see if I can screw with Cap a little bit after the fucking cartoon.
Right.
But you won it. You technically won it.
Right, okay. And your time starts now.
Is it a retro video game?
Yeah, technically.
Technically.
Well, retro, you know, that covers a lot of time.
Okay, I'll narrow it down.
Yeah.
Is it a Nintendo game?
No.
Is it a Sega game?
No.
Is it? Oh no, that's the console for it. Is it a PlayStation game?
Yes.
PlayStation 1?
No.
2?
Yes.
Has it had many sequels?
Yes.
Is it a action game?
Yeah, but not entirely.
Not entirely. Is it an adventure game?
Yeah, and again, not entirely. But yeah, definitely adventure is part of it.
Part of it. Is it a fantasy game?
No. But that is time, I'm afraid, Dave. Cap, handing over to you.
Is it Metal Gear?
Yes.
Is it Metal Gear 1?
No.
Is it Metal Gear 2?
Do you know the full title?
Metal Gear Solid something?
2?
Metal Gear 2, that's all I can get.
Yeah, no, Metal Gear Solid 2, The Sons of Liberty. Okay, so well done, Cap. You
In your face,
I see why you said technically.
Yeah, right.
I can see why you said technically.
Technically what, though? Sorry, Dave.
I guess no, for the action part of it. I can
Well,
see
yeah,
why you
it's
said
action,
it's
but
not
it's stealth.
technically action.
Yeah, it's stealth. But, well, isn't it, like, technical... what is the actual subtitle? Metal Gear Solid Technical Stealth Action or something like this? No, like, what is the full title of Metal Gear? Like, espionage action? Metal Gear...
It's just Metal Gear Solid, I think.
No, but, like, honestly, the first one. Let's bring up the first one here. This is going to blow your mind.
Yeah, it's just Metal Gear Solid.
No, look, I'm going to blow... Yeah, are you ready, guys? I'm going to blow some minds here. So, boom, 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 boom. Tactical espionage action. So, yeah.
Action!
Yeah. So, but so like you shoot guns and stuff, but it's a stealth game. And it's an adventure, but it's a stealth action adventure thing. But anyway, guys, that brings us to the end. And with that, Cap, you stole it. You're this week's Geek of the Week. So well done. Well done. By 1 point. Wow. Okay, so let's find out where we can find everyone on social media. Andy, where can the people find you?
You can find me on where it says follow me behind me, mainly where we have a Halloween extravaganza that we host a monthly show where we have a bunch of improv team stand-up comedians that perform. We a lot of times have David Bizanci with Extreme Improv. We've had Cap, who he's doing that. I believe they're both performing, which is Friday, October 27th on the Halloween extravaganza. And there's going to be many other improv teams and stand-up comedians, and it should be a lot of fun. It's great because everybody's going to dress up in Halloween gear, so that should be a lot of fun. But thank you, David, and get his book. Yes.
Okay, Dave, where can the people find you?
You can find me here on Geek Battle and on Extreme Improv on any of the shows as myself or as Maresfield Blueberry. You can check out my YouTube channel, which is as written Dave MC, where I do Star Wars gaming videos. There's a horror series coming up very, very soon. I'm very excited to do some horror games for it. But go check out the content that's already on the channel, and yeah.
Awesome. Cap, where can the people find you?
You can find me in Sword D's, which is below, where I sing, I dance, I throw myself in a bucket, and I work with puppets. And recently, Dracula is back because it's Halloween and needed a part 2 of What If Dracula Had a YouTube channel. And there will be another video soon coming about my way of learning about Halloween through a Mickey Mouse film. So look out for that video that's coming this week or next week, technically Monday. And also you can find me on Xstreamed on numerous shows, and also on the Championship, and also on Andy's Halloween show as Dracula, because he will return. Awesome.
So my name is David Pstansky. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter and X, I should say, at David Pstansky, spelled Pustansky. Also check out the Geek Battle YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all of the different things for Geek Battle, TikTok, and so on and so forth. Audience, if you are in London in the next couple of weeks. Come and see Xstream Improv for the Xstream Improv UK Championship shows, which will be live on stage. But also around the same time, there'll be the Xstream Improv Xstreamed World Championship Festival 2023, the 4th annual one, which will be online. Performers from around the world, guest shows, all kinds of goodness. And with that, from me, from everyone else, stay safe, always stay extremed, live long and prosper, may the force be with you, and ciao for now. Boom, and we're off the air.